Welcome back!
We haven't made a video in a while, and that's mostly just because we've both been busy with stuff, like school. Like, we were trying to think about like what to do, and we decided that we both have horrible teacher stories, so we thought we would do a video called Bad Teacher Stories. John has some horrible ones, I have some horrible teacher stories, and I have a lot of horrible teacher stories, and John does too.
Of course you do.
So my story, this happened to me in 8th grade. So my 7th grade teacher, he moved down to the high school level. So after being told that I was going to be in his like I think it was like pre-algebra class, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm sure this other math teacher will be fine. And this other math teacher, his name was I can't say his name. And so he seemed very nice and very eager to help us learn and everything. So I was kind of like, oh, this year is gonna be fine. He taught 7th and 8th grade kids in this, in the same class. What I experienced the first few weeks is that he seemed to like the 7th graders more than the 8th graders. 5 8th graders in that class, and the rest were 7th graders. And majority of the 7th graders in that class were really annoying. So I don't know how he liked them over us. But basically, he would like treat us like, I don't know.
Like garbage?
Like garbage, because we were technically a year behind, but like to his standards, we were a year behind. So he treated us like we were slow, basically. And I was kind of like, that irritated me a little bit, but I was kind of like, maybe he doesn't know better or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's just, ignorant. But he would assign us these stupid like math papers. Like, it was like he would teach us, but it wouldn't make any sense of what he was teaching us. Like, he didn't explain it well. And then he'd hand us a math paper of what he just taught us for us to practice on. And then you had to turn it back into him for your like daily grade. That was like, well, he gave it to you during like when he was teaching you, so you're supposed to work on it when he was teaching you. And so that was your notes or whatever. And so I was working on that, and I didn't get it. So I raised my hand to ask him a question. He goes, I'm not taking questions at this time. I'll take questions at the end. So I wrote my question on the paper, and at the end I asked him the question. He's like, well, you should have asked me during the lesson. I was like, I did though. I told him I raised my hand. You told me to wait till after the lesson. He goes, I never said that. So I naturally, instead of me just arguing that, I turned to my friend in the middle class out loud saying, didn't he tell us this? And my friend's like, yeah, he did. And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, I turned to the rest of the class and I was like, did he say this? And they all said, yeah, we all have questions, because it wasn't just me who had questions, it was like 8 other kids. So he was like, I never said that, guys. You guys need to stop lying to yourself. And I was like,
oh my god.
Okay. So I was like, so you can answer my question or not? He goes, fine. So I asked him a question, and he goes, that's a dumb question. And I was like, literally in your syllabus, it said there's no such thing as dumb questions, so you can ask away. And I was kind of like, are you like... Who are you? I was so mad, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just ask my friend for help, because you're not gonna help me.
You have some terrible teachers.
Yeah. So what's your story, John?
5th grade, actually. Teacher was like, almost kind of like what yours was like. How, in the parent-teacher conferences, she was like, she was kind of two-faced during the parent-teacher conferences. She'd always say, yeah, if he needs any help on anything, he should come to me. I'd be more than willing to help you and, assist you with your work. And then when I would actually ask her for help, or another student would ask her for help, she would tell us to figure it out ourselves. But then she would get mad that we're, not doing so well, like in, math or English or whatever. But, and there was like at another point where this student kept asking to go to the nurse because he wasn't feeling good. Like he legitimately did not look good. He was insanely pale, and he was actually kind of sweating too. And she kept telling him no. He asked about 3 times, and then eventually he ended up vomiting all over the floor. Like, it was like a pretty big puddle of vomit. Like, we were pretty happy because we got to go to recess. We got to go outside into the playground, but we still felt bad for him. But she was an awful teacher. Like, she couldn't teach that well. She never really helped anybody. It's almost kind of like your situation. Thank you guys for watching. Just leave a like and subscribe and follow our social medias, which will be down in the description below. Watch our other videos. Also, I made a second channel because I miss making videos by myself, and so it's called Suck. It will be in the description below. And we will see you guys later. Bye. Bye.